Hi guys, it's Frankie from Frankie Tech. Good to see you guys again, and I'm here to share my thoughts on MIUI 11. It's an, let's say, initial impressions video here of this awesome software from Xiaomi, which has now been running on 3 of the Xiaomi phones that I have: the Redmi Note 7 Pro, the Pocophone F1, and the Redmi Note 7. Now I'm still waiting on this rollout to come to a number of the other phones I have been testing, like the Mi 9T Pro and the Redmi 8 and the Redmi Note 8. So we'll wait and see when that comes out. But let's just share my initial impressions of this software and just really talk about the things that I like and the things that I think are really going to be game changers for the year of MIUI 11 release phones. So let's talk about the main thing here, the design and kind of the UI changes of MIUI 11. So the first thing I really got to talk about is the wallpapers. I've been a huge fan of these new wallpapers that are released, and you can kind of see them here. So the Pocophone had some basic wallpapers you'd be aware of if you've owned a Pocophone, but I do like some of these new wallpapers. This one in particular I think looks really nice, and it just has this really cool, very kind of modern aesthetic to it. Now Pocophone doesn't have as many of the wallpapers as let's say the Redmi Note 7 Pro does, and showing you guys the ones here, you can kind of see they got this very cool wispy like effect with different colors. It's not exactly, it's almost like abstract art, and if they've done a really good job with the wallpapers. Some of these I think might be from the older, and some might actually be from, like for example this one, the Redmi Note 8 that I've tested. But I particularly like these first 3. This one definitely is a standout for me. So the wallpapers are definitely a step above here on MIUI 11. The next thing let's talk about is the interface, specifically of the settings app. As you can see, it is drastically changed. So they did simplify things quite a bit in the settings app in MIUI 10, but they've gone a step further now. They have these icons that I think just look a lot better. They look a lot cleaner. The ones previously were okay, but I just like the very 2D, very kind of clear image that comes with each icon. And if you notice, the one other thing that has changed is the font. And the font not only has changed slightly, it has become a bit more bold. It just pops a bit more when you're using the settings, and everything just feels a little bit more refined, a little bit more modern. I really do like the new fonts and icons in the settings app of MIUI 11. The next feature I want to talk about in MIUI 11 is the connection and sharing feature. And this is specifically related to Mi Share. Now you've heard about this kind of in the news, this new kind of AirDrop-like feature on various Android phones. As you see here, supported devices, Xiaomi, Vivo, Realme, and Oppo. They've come together to be able to create this type of AirDrop-like software sharing feature. So let me go to the gallery here, and as you see, I have it selected. Let me select a photo, and I can already have Mi Share set up on these phones because they're running MIUI 11, and then I can literally just tap waiting for the Pocophone and accept it. And there we go. The share is received successfully. Now I would say it's not as fast as AirDrop, because AirDrop with photos is instantaneous and it brings you directly to the photo as well. So I'm not sure now if I go to gallery, is the photo there? There it is. So I don't know if I like the fact that it doesn't bring you directly to the photo, because then how are you supposed to know if it actually worked? But let's try it on the Redmi Note 7 as well. And guys, this is a tremendous feature. I'm telling you right now, this on AirDrop with Apple, like, you can transfer photos, you can transfer video. I transfer most of the video that I use when I'm filming with the iPhone directly to my computer in this way. So if you get a feature that works like this with Xiaomi and Oppo and Realme phones, that's a game changer. And there it is. So I think they need to work a little bit more on kind of jumping you to the actual photo, but it's an awesome feature and one that is very welcome indeed. The other thing I wanted to mention here is the app drawer. And this is kind of like the eureka moment here for MIUI 11. They just announced that they will be launching now an updated version of the launcher with the app drawer. Now I've been trying to find it here in the settings of these 2 China ROM versions of the phone, but I can't seem to find them. I would assume it would be under display here. but I can't seem to find them at this point. But just to show you what it will work like, it'll be very similar to the app drawer experience on Pocophone. And that's the reason why I've loved using the Pocophone launcher for so long. I do even switch some of my MIUI phones to the Pocophone launcher because of this. It's just such a nice thing to have, where you have all these different sections that you can go to and access, let's say, your games or access your entertainment apps, and then just go to all. It is a really great feature, and I'm so glad it is now being implemented in all of MIUI. So for anyone who hasn't experienced that, or who even said they didn't like that, well, you see the way that Xiaomi has gone, and they've gone the way of the app drawer, and I think I, for one, welcome this update. But one feature that has been improved in display is the dark mode. And dark mode, as you know, it has been enabled previously in MIUI 10, but now you can actually schedule it. And I think that is the major difference here. At least as you can see on my Mi 9T Pro, you could toggle on and toggle off, and that was about it. But now in MIUI 10, you can actually not just toggle on, but you can schedule. You can schedule this dark mode to have it turn on at 7 p.m., turn off at 7 a.m. And let me tell you guys, just having it being able to be scheduled, it's something that we have in iOS land and some other phones. It is a major feature because you forget sometimes. You forget to turn things on and off. And just the fact that it can do it on its own is great. It really just, when it gets dark, you just start using dark mode. And I really do appreciate they have allowed that scheduler for MIUI 11. Now, one other feature in display that I can't really show at the moment is the new enhanced always-on display. There's some really cool new always-on display improvements and kind of appearances that they have added to MIUI 11, including like a dynamic clock. But obviously, as you can see, I don't have any phone with an AMOLED display to test this on yet. But I can't wait to get this update on my Mi 9T Pro to fully test out. Because right now, I don't mind the ambient display on the Mi 9T Pro. It's okay. But I would like to have some cool new additions to that as well. So one of the cool things they've added are these nature sounds that you can use on, I guess, alarms or on phone calls. And it's pretty awesome. So let's listen to the nature birds theme. There we go. And wind chimes. You can hear there. So some of these are pretty classic, but I do like the nature birds sounds. You know, and I think a lot of you guys may be using those as your ringtones or your message notifications moving forward. And that was definitely the one that you heard quite a bit when you set up MIUI 11 in the first place. And so another feature related to battery and performance that I think you guys are really going to love is this ultra battery saver mode. So now if you really wanted to make your phone last forever, you could go ahead and put on ultra battery saver that restricts most power consuming features, decrease the performance in order to leave basic functionality, it says, and essentially make this phone last forever. So let's go ahead and turn this on and look what it's doing. It's restricting all this stuff in the background, switching to dark theme. And there we go. We are in ultra battery saver mode. And that is it. You can call someone. You can maybe look up a contact. Maybe send a message. I think you can add some other stuff here. But this is going to be a very basic, almost like emergency last 10% feature that you're going to want to use. And I think it's great that they've added this. Samsung has had something like this for a long period of time now. But it's just nice to see that they're adding this battery saving feature for all you guys. Not to say that MIUI or even Xiaomi phones have issues with battery life or battery problems. They have some of the biggest, best performing batteries on the market. But it is a very welcome feature to have. And a few features here I forgot to mention: digital well-being and parental controls. So really seeing how you use your phone, which apps you're using the most, how many times you unlock, and there's even a way to wind down as well. I like that this is being added now to the experience here on at least the Pocophone F1. And then a few last features, special features, including game turbo mode on the Pocophone F1, quick replies, which really allows you to quick reply for selected applications. WhatsApp I use a lot, so that's going to be a big one that you'll be able to quick reply from the notification and just click on it and you'll be able to do that. And last but not least, second space, as you can see, allows you to create a whole second area for your crazy, dirty, just very inconspicuous needs. You can have that second space, and I don't condone that kind of stuff, but at the same time, for work, for business, for just two different accounts, you can have a second space for those apps, all absolutely risk-free, and it doesn't affect the other kind of items, the other apps on the other side of your device. So that's a great feature as well. So this is just a small sampling of some of the great features on MIUI 11. It is definitely a step above MIUI 10 in every way. I'm really enjoying this experience so far. And when I downloaded it to the Pocophone, I was just loving the experience performance-wise on the Pocophone, which has been handling this software very nicely. Everything's been running smoothly, and I think it will really breathe some new life into your phone, whether you have one of the early Redmi Note 7 phones of this year, or even the Pocophone from last year. It's going to keep you going for another period of time, and I think just overall, I'm so glad that these phones have gotten it. Now, the question you may be wondering is which phones I have that have not received the update. Well, I'm still waiting on a number of phones, like the Redmi 8A. This is the global version, still waiting on that release. I'm also waiting on the release from, there you go, the Mi Max 3. The mighty Mi Max 3, still waiting for its release. And as you can see, it's on 10.3.5, still waiting. Also waiting on the Redmi Note 8. This is the Note 8, not the Note 8 Pro, the China ROM version on 10.3.8, and I'm still waiting. And last but not least, the Mi 9T Pro, the last one I'm waiting on here for this MIUI 11 release, running 10.3.3, and I can't wait to get it on this one so I can use that ambient display and all those enhanced dark mode scheduling features as well. So that's it for this video, guys, and I will continue to be testing MIUI 11 on these three phones, and hopefully we'll have more thoughts to share. But hit me up in the comments, any other questions you have, and also kind of if you have any specific phones that you're wondering about when they'll get this release, let me know as well. If you've received the update on some of those other phones that I haven't received them on, also let me know. So that's it for this one. If you liked it, give me that thumbs up, and if you love the content of Frankie Tech, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon for future updates. Stay tuned, guys. More great stuff. Still waiting, like I said, on that CC9 Pro. I ain't gonna rush it. I'm in no rush now. I'd rather wait for the premium, top-of-the-line version to fully test against some of the other camera kings that I have on this channel. And when I do get that phone, it'll be a fun time for sure. But in the meantime, that's it. And this is where I leave you by saying, this is Frankie Tech, signing off. Have a good one.